cousin got me pregnant. Yeah, these are pretty dumb stories. But, well, let's watch it.
I walked down the street heading to the convention. I was consumed shame for what I'd done. I needed to let it out, to tell someone, anyone. I
What'd
headed
you
toward the
do,
confession room
boy?
while keeping my head down. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned, I said. Go on, my daughter. And just like that, I let my darkest secret out, hoping that it will ease my burden. I just couldn't keep it to myself. I said it and left immediately. As I was walking out of the church, my phone started buzzing. I received a message saying, I know everything. Your dirty secret is with me. I froze and felt my whole body shaking.
And ads from the video.
My God, who did I just confess to? Before I continue my story, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Grace, and I'm 19 years
why
old.
not?
I
don't
recently
think we
moved to
have
a
much
nearby city to
choice.
start college. There, I met a girl named Anna, and we became good friends. We moved into the same apartment and attended the same college. Soon enough, I got invited to the first party ever. I was so excited. There, I met Jeremy, the most popular guy in college. I heard many girls talk about him before and how rich his family is. He was in his second year in college. I knew that I had to get close to him if I wanted to become popular. So at the party, I was dancing near him until he finally noticed me. We started dancing and flirting with each other.
You finally noticed her. Boy, this girl is desperate.
And by the end of the night,
Oh,
we exchanged
loser.
numbers. I was so excited about my first college date. Anna was excited for me too. She kept pushing me to invite Jeremy over, and that's what I did. We started hanging out at my place. After a while, Jeremy and I became very close. He was so charming, handsome.
She's just after his money. We all know you, girl. You only have to pour Jeremy's money.
And everything I wished for. That soon we were in a relationship. Anna was excited that I started dating him.
Charming, handsome, but mostly because he has money.
She also liked Jeremy and said that he was a cool guy. Our relationship escalated quickly. We spent
She liked Jeremy. She was still
a lot of time at each other's apartments. I told Jeremy that I came from a rich family too. I didn't want to seem any less than. I wanted him to think that I was rich and attractive just like he is. Girls envied me whenever they saw us together. They all wanted to date Jeremy, but I was the lucky one who got the chance to be with him. I never had the chance to date hot guys back at school. This was my time to shine. However, my mom kept messaging me almost every weekend asking me to spend it with them. I ignored her since I had no time for my family. But she called and said that my uncle is coming to town for a reunion. She insisted that I join them. What? I knew that I had an uncle, but I've never seen him in my life. My parents said that he was busy running his business, moving from one city to another, and now he decided to move to the same town.
What the fuck? Is that Donald Trump? It's Donald Trump, ain't it?
To live
Donald
close
Trump's
to his
in this
only
video.
brother. I didn't want to go or meet him, but my mother insisted that family reunions are more important than anything else. I had to cancel my plan with
Where are
Jeremy.
they?
We had planned to spend the
Wait,
weekend
what?
together. I told him that we had a
what I
family
just said.
ritual where we would meet once a month to eat at a fancy restaurant and gather all the family members together. Jeremy believed me and said that I'm lucky to have such a loving family. Ugh, if only he knew that I'm going to see a family relative that has been out of the picture for so long. I went
You
home
mean Donald
feeling
Trump?
angry. I just canceled a weekend with my lovely boyfriend to be with my boring family. I hated the idea of meeting my uncle for the first time. It would be awkward. That evening, I started helping my mom with dinner, and we sat waiting for my uncle to arrive. He arrived on time and greeted us. He looked so elegant, just like the most successful businessmen do. Then he told us that his wife.
Whoa, ho, 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 ho. That's not Donald Trump. I'm disappointed. You led me to believe it was Donald Trump, and it wasn't. I'm
And two sons will arrive in a few minutes in a different car.
He's
Rich
rich,
people,
though.
I thought to myself. I waited like crazy for this evening to end so I could go back to my apartment. Suddenly, the doorbell rang, and I went to open the door for the wife and children. But what I saw left me in shock.
Your
At our
boyfriend
doorstep
is
stood
your cousin.
Jeremy, holding a bottle of champagne with his mother and little brother. He stared at me in disbelief. We stared at each other for what felt like an eternity. Jeremy is my cousin. I felt my whole body shaking. My mom noticed how I stood there awkwardly, so she quickly pushed me aside and told them to come in. We all sat at the dining table. I couldn't hear what everyone was talking about. I was in complete shock. How did that happen? I met a guy in a different...
What the literal frick? Her boyfriend's her cousin? They had no idea. Oh my
town.
gosh.
It turned out that he's my cousin. I looked at Jeremy and found him staring at me. We both looked away immediately. He was just as embarrassed as me. I lied to him about my rich family and about my weekend, only to find out that he's my cousin. I wanted to disappear. Luckily, no one noticed anything. Mom thought that I was moody since she forced me to come. I counted every minute until they left. I stormed to my room, locked the door, and cried myself to sleep. The next morning, I packed my stuff and returned to my apartment. I couldn't tell Anna or anyone about my secret. Jeremy didn't text me, and I couldn't bring myself to text him. I stayed at my apartment for days and didn't go to college. I felt bad, especially in the morning. Anna noticed that too and said, "Someone might be having a baby soon," and laughed. I froze. Am I pregnant? No. It can't be. Pregnant by my first cousin? What a nightmare. I rushed to a close pharmacy and bought a pregnancy test.
Didn't Anna mean herself? How the heck did she know if... I have no idea the main character's name in this. All I picked up was Jeremy and Annie. Amy. Crap, I forgot.
I went back home, and to my shock, it came out positive. I was pregnant with Jeremy's baby. Tears ran down my cheeks. I was shaking, and I had no one to turn to. I need to tell someone to get advice, but I can't risk my reputation and tell anyone. There was one place where I can confess without being judged, and that's how I ended up telling my story to a priest. After I walked out of the church, I received a message saying, "I know everything." I tried to call the number and texted many times asking who he was, but no answer. So I went to the confession room again and looked around, but no one was there. Who did I confess to? I was sure that I talked to someone. After I got home, I received another message from the same number saying, "Sinners go to hell, you must repent." And I kept receiving similar messages. I was so terrified of that person. How did he get my phone number?
It was an accident. I say at the confession box, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. But I think that is just for a way for them to steal your secrets. Dude, just imagine confessing to a preacher. Besides, what power does a preacher have to forgive you? None at all. Well, I'll stop talking.
What does he want exactly? I couldn't tell my mom because I was ashamed of myself, and I couldn't tell Anna too. She would be disgusted by that. So I decided to call Jeremy. After all, he is responsible for getting me pregnant too. When I told him the news, he freaked out. He said that if someone knew about it, he'll become a joke for the rest of his life. He can't take such a risk. He insisted that I shouldn't keep the baby. I was so scared of it, but I knew it was the best choice. I can't have a child with my first cousin, or keep this a secret. However, the weird messages didn't stop. I kept perceiving that baby as a sin, and I should get rid of it. And if I want God to forgive me, I should do all the good stuff, otherwise everyone will know my secret. I started to buy food for the apartment regularly and do all the cleaning. I helped my friends a lot with their studying and did the best I could. Anna was shocked by the sudden change. She thought that my breakup with Jeremy turned me into a saint. She regularly joked about it, saying, "Who knew that losing a hot boyfriend would make you a good person?" Of course, I couldn't tell her anything, so I preferred to stay quiet. After 2 weeks after my first appointment, I no longer carried Jeremy's baby. I told him the news, and we agreed to stop talking to each other completely and avoid family meetings as much as we can. After all, we both were ashamed of what happened. I felt a huge relief after having such a traumatic experience. But the creepy messages from the priest didn't stop there. He kept asking me to beg for forgiveness by doing good work for others. I replied to his messages saying that I already lost the baby and I did all he asked before. After this, I stopped receiving messages from the priest completely, to which I thought he can't blackmail me or do anything anymore. So I decided to celebrate my freedom and I asked.
Priest blackmailing you. Just imagine that. Stop following me, priest. Quit blackmailing me. You're welcome. Quit blackmailing me, priest. Priests don't blackmail. No, at least the ones I know don't. I don't know no priests.
My college friends if they would like to go out to the party, to which they immediately agreed. There we danced and had a lot of fun.
Duh,
Anna
they're
came with us
college
too.
students.
She excused herself to the bathroom. I sat there looking at our friends dancing and having fun when suddenly I felt something vibrating next to my leg. I looked down and saw Anna's phone.
Oh,
It was unlocked. Clearly, she didn't notice. I glanced at the phone once again. I felt a sudden urge
Jeremy.
to take a look at
Wait,
it,
what?
so I took it and went straight to the messages. What I saw left me in complete shock. In the messages, I saw the name G, and I had a bad feeling about this, so I clicked on it. There were all the messages from the priest. Anna was the priest this whole time. She knew everything all along and kept threatening me. I felt the blood rushing through my veins. I stormed to the bathroom where she was.
You started in like that. Anna was blackmail. Yeah, two and two together. She used her. Whoa.
To get an
This took a
explanation.
twist.
She was still washing her hands. I showed her the phone and yelled, "What is this? It was you. Why did you do it?" Her expression changed quickly and she yelled back, "I liked Jeremy from the beginning, but you stole him first. When I saw you entering the church, I was about to tell you that I liked him, but I followed you inside, and what I heard there changed everything." I was shocked. The girl who I thought was my best friend betrayed me. She made me do all the things on purpose. Anna continued, "I wanted you to suffer just like I did because you stole the man I like, but you got what you deserve by dating your own cousin." I couldn't believe how mean she was. I left the
She
party and went to
didn't
my apartment.
know.
I packed my things and took the first bus to my hometown. I could never forgive her, so I started looking for a new apartment. I couldn't believe that the one person I trusted most betrayed me.
Should
I blocked
still
them both on my
forgive
social
her.
accounts, and I stayed home for 1 week
Block her,
before
sure.
moving to a new apartment. When I returned to college, I was shocked to see Anna and Jeremy together. Apparently, she succeeded in seducing him. I turned my head whenever I saw them. I decided to focus on my studies and future. What do you think of my story? Leave a comment down below.
I don't know. Is it bullcrap or I don't know. That took a shocking turn in events. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed. And I'll leave the link to this video down in this description below. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm sure they'll be down in suggestions. And subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you want to be notified about new videos. I'll see you next time. Or not. Bye.